Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Maureen Shea. I am a two-time world champion boxer. I've been boxing since I was 17 years old, from the Bronx, New York. I'm now 43 years old, still on my quest for a third world title. And I'm welcoming all of you to come through and come see my training camps, what I do inside the ring, outside the ring, and in my everyday life. So I'm having my 36th professional fight in March. I'm really excited about this fight and the reason to why I'm still fighting. A big part of why I'm still fighting is because I've really reinvented myself throughout my career. I've overcome so many struggles and so many battles to reach the place that I am right now. And I really want to invite you guys in to kind of see what it takes, what my training camps look like, how I overcome my battles and my struggles, and also how I have fun and how I've learned to have fun after 26 years of boxing professionally. So today what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start my sparring. Pretty much I'm about 8.5 weeks out, maybe 7 weeks out, okay? My first sparring session after a while that I've been off camp, I'm gonna work just on movement. I have a great sparring partner in Evelyn Romo who's gonna also make her professional debut, a young girl, and I'm very proud that she's Mexican as well, as I am Mexican and Irish. So it's really great to have her being part of my training camps. She's been a part of my training camps for the past 3 years. And she's always shown up, she's been extremely focused and always showed up to spar, always showed up to work. This is a girl that I look at as I look at myself, her work ethic, her discipline, and her evolution of watching her become the fighter that she is today has been really inspiring for myself, and I know it'll inspire you guys as well. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna work on footwork. So we're gonna spar maybe 4 or 5 rounds, and basic footwork, basic movement. I get my rhythm, not off my jab, I get my rhythm off my footwork and my head movement. I'm a very defensive fighter. It's super important for me to be able to get my rhythm, upper body, lower body, movement, and then I'll start to incorporate my punches as the sparring session goes on and as my training camp goes on. So what I'm hoping to be able to provide for you guys is some motivation, some inspiration, and also just some insight into my personal journey and how it can relate to your personal journey. And maybe some of my struggles and some of the things that I've overcome will resonate with you. And seeing how I've overcome them and inside the ring and outside the ring will motivate, inspire you, and maybe help redirect you into a direction that maybe you're not sure which way to go. So now I'm gonna stop talking, I'm gonna wrap my hands so I can get this training session in because my sparring partner is over there waiting for me. And I don't wanna make her wait any longer.
Yeah, it's good. This is like just use.
I like Celia Cruz. I like any Latin music. Celia Cruz in particular because of the rhythm. I dance salsa, and merengue and bachata, and I feel like that's my style. And that's what separates me a lot from other people. So the music always sets the tone for me when I'm sparring, especially in my sparring sessions. I mean, I could totally do it without music, but when I have the music, it's like the rhythm starts me, and then that's how I set my rhythm going forward. My bag work, my hip work, my training, it really sets the rhythm. And then I can change my rhythm because the different songs have different rhythms, different beats. And I feel like it's a tool, like almost like my gloves and my headgear. It's another tool that I use in training. Well, like I said, I can also not listen to music and play the music in my head, but it's nice to hear it sometimes. I like that, yeah.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Simple, been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down. Working at the flight miles. So high, I might never come down. So what? This is my lifestyle. Wait a minute. Work hard for the car, so that's why it's all tinted. Wait a minute. Had a real late night, woke up with my head spinning out Nashville. It's been mad real. I need sunglasses, I need Advil. I like fake boobs, and my cash real. I like first place, you're in last still. Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast racking up the flight miles. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast racking up the flight miles. So high, I might never come down, so what, this is my lifestyle.
Tell the right hand to go. That's what I was trying to tell you. I know that. That's important. There's my best coach. I was like, fuck. And I was like, a lapse. And go with my hand. It's not much.
Smash and Adam. You guys start warming up.
You know, I'm dealing with injuries. Like we all deal with injuries. So I'm dealing with injuries, and what's happening is one little thing in there, I slip on the canvas, and I feel something, and it could take me out of my game. So it did for like 5 seconds. But because of my experience, I was able to put my head back into it because I'm aware that like I can't let that get to me. And then I heard her cornerman say, you know, let her focus on that, you know. But I know enough in my. But I'm human, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm human. Like, I know enough to, like, stop, be like, all right, gather your emotion together in that moment. But it's a moment that you're feeling something, you know? And it's also the first sparring. You know, I had several fights moved already. So there's frustration there that I need to learn how to compartmentalize and, you know, okay. And I have high expectations for myself. Every time I spar, I don't want to lose a round, like, any time. So that's the mind of a champion. It's expectation, but then there's also reality and understanding one's true moment. So I feel like I did well today for what I set out to do, but I think the emotional part of it for me got me more than anything else. It wasn't like, oh, you're out of shape, or you're tired, or you're this, or you're that. My stuff, I have to realize that I'm not going to be all together. Like, my footwork's there, it's always there, but my hands coming back, my arm conditioning, you know, things like that have to take time. You don't get that overnight. And at my age, you know, again, I got to be smart at 43 years old. I can't be sparring when I'm not in camp. I'm not like these younger girls who can spar all the time, because I used to spar all the time. You're always staying in shape, but that's not smart for me right now. I can't always stay ready because I have so much years on me already. I need to be smart with my training. So for me, I start sparring 6 to 8 weeks out. And then I start with this kind of sparring. And then as I start to put the pieces together, everything comes together. So I have to remind myself, this is day one. Next sparring will be better, And it's not against her, it's not her, the focus is on me. It's on what I can do better each day and what I can fix outside of the ring to make me better in here. Because everything in your life affects you, like your personal life, your home life, your work life, my boxing life. If everything's not in somewhat of a sync, or my stress levels aren't managed in all the other areas of my life, because it's reality, I don't just box. That's not my life. I box, I work, I'm in a relationship, I own a home, I have a dog, so I have I'm a friend, I have responsibilities. So I have to make sure that all my other parts of me are in balance and my stress levels are managed. Because if they're not, that's going to affect me in there. And that's a very dangerous place to have it affect you. And I think that that's the part that people don't really talk about or understand, which is what I've learned over my time of you know, being a professional boxer. Like, I've learned that my manager actually told me, if you're, like, at the time it was boxing, work, and school. I had 3 things. I wasn't in a relationship, I didn't own a home, I didn't have all these responsibilities. So it was much simpler. Now it's a little more complex, but I think that those are the important takeaways from just correlating boxing to life, is stress management, know what's in your control, try to be your best every day, 1% better, and leave the past in the past. And so these are things that I have to constantly kind of tell myself throughout the training session. Some days it's like everything's great, that's great, but some days they're not. Some days you're dealing with injuries, you're dealing with, you know, whether you didn't sleep, whether you had a stressful day the day before, because that's going to affect you the next day. Like, whatever those things are, going into this moment knowing I'm carrying these weights and knowing how to put them down or alleviate myself from carrying them, because now it's focused training on the fight. Hey guys, thanks for watching. This is the first video of our series. You saw some sparring right now. It's the first sparring session of my training camp with my sparring partner, Evelyn Romo, and she brings it every time. You know, what I love about, and I've said this to you, what I love about you is that you show up, you work, you don't quit, no matter what comes your way. I'm the same way, and I appreciate, you know, the work that you give me, and I know that we both get something out of it.
Definitely, definitely.
So,
It's such an honor and blessing to, you know, share the ring with you and, you know, both of us work on what we need to work on and improve, you know?
and it's never personal.
Never,
I mean, it looks like it is in there, but it's
never
never personal. We come out and I'm like, damn, that was a good shot. Damn, I gotta do this. But
it's because we like to see each other level up, and that's what we're here for, to help each other out for, you know, for us so we can level up.
yeah, and I'm excited because she's gonna be making her pro debut. I'm really excited to be part of her journey. And you know, I'm on the end of my journey. She's at the beginning of her journey. So to be in this transition together is really awesome. So stay tuned for more videos and more sparring, more training, and I'm sure you guys will not be disappointed.